Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's real time, sponsored by the Mill Casino.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, for the first time in way too long, we've got Marie and Ed Keene here in the studio. Typically, we talk about the Saltwater Sportsman Show, but now it's called the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show, so that everybody understands that it's just not just for folks that want to be in the saltwater. It's for a number of different things. But first things first, it's great to see you two.
Thank you. See you again.
It's been a number of years. I was trying to remember how many years I've had a chance to interview you, and it's been a long time. I can't pin it.
5 to 10.
Oh, it's at least closer to 10. I mean, at our old location, many years, and now we're here already for our third year. So it's great to see you. But the show's coming up this upcoming weekend. We're going to make sure that everyone's well aware of that. Ryan's going to be showing you the info from their website. Tremendous source of information for the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show. But first things first, one of these events that you have at the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show, I need to make sure I say that correctly, is you guys try to make sure that the kids are entertained at what's going on, which is hugely important. Right. What do you guys got going on?
Well, we've also, our mission as a nonprofit is to emphasize safety, both for fisher people on the ocean, getting in their boat and have safety there, but also with life vests. And so this year, through a generous donation, we have been able to purchase life vests to use to be able to give them away free. To all the kids.
Wow.
We're saying roughly 3 to 14 years.
Okay.
But mainly so because little tiny kids probably wouldn't need one. But if you have any children who are ever riding in your boat or someone else's boat, you need to come. We have a special area for kids that will have a couple of rubber rafts with inner tubes underneath, so they rock around a little like a real boat would.
Sure.
And we'll have our volunteers there who will help the kids figure out the best way to get out of a boat and into a boat that might be moving a little.
And how to put a life jacket on.
Very important. Yep.
And they will be fitted with a person who knows how to fit them correctly with the life vest. And we have 3 sizes, so we should be able to fit them correctly at any age. And they'll also be able to toss a life ring into a circle so they can practice doing that.
Okay,
help
so some stuff to keep the kids entertained while everybody else is kind of trying to learn a little bit of what's going on out there.
Right.
And one of the things that Ocean has done, and by the way, Ed is the president of Ocean, and you are the executive manager of Ocean, which has been around for quite a while, doing great work for the saltwater fishery in a number of different ways.
And it's over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Yeah. From descenders to long leader fishing, you've been educating people on this since the beginning. But I know that there's going to be seminars, and we've had Charles Lowson here a few times to talk about a number of things, but he's going to be doing a seminar, and there's others that will be doing seminars as well.
Charles will be doing a seminar using his engineering expertise. He is an engineer.
I can tell.
And, and he has made a study of how to locate tuna, not in a more traditional way, but in some of the little subtle things that you might see on the ocean that would put you on to fish.
Interesting.
And so, of course, Charles is a very seasoned and professional speaker, so I think people will get a lot of information that they may otherwise have overlooked.
Interesting.
Well, we have something this year for surf fishing, too. For those of you people who, a little like somebody else we know, doesn't really want to go out on the ocean that much, but might want to salt fish anyway.
Yeah. So
Surf Perch, one of our programs is about that. We have halibut programs, seminars, how-to about those. So a lot of variety there in our seminars. We have Dustin Green, who's the captain of the Outlaw out of Ilwaco, and He's also donated to our raffle very
Oh.
generously a trip for two to catch tuna.
Oh, awesome.
And so that's on our website. You can buy raffle tickets for that under our special raffles.
Your raffles are world famous, it seems like. I mean, you guys do some of the most extensive raffles out of all the shows that are around. You mentioned a fishing trip, some other things that are there. Is there a list of all that on the website?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Okay.
If people would go to our website, if you'll see it on the television, the QR code, you can click on that, and there'll be a little more detailed information on the website about those kind of things.
Sure.
And we'll be updating those too as new things come in, and there may be some changes with the kind of hours and whatever.
Sure. And tell everybody where it's located. And it's one of the things that I think a lot of folks really appreciate is that parking is inexpensive.
Yes.
And overall, it's an inexpensive show to go to. But let everybody know where it's at and you know what they can expect when they get there.
The show will be next Saturday and Sunday. It'll be at the Oregon State Fairgrounds.
Okay.
There are two major portions to the show. One of those is the trade show, where there are vendors, products, fishing tackle, all sorts of manner of things. And then there is the seminar section.
Sure.
And as I mentioned, Charles will be one of the speakers. Dustin Green will be a speaker. And Dustin is new to our show to be a speaker.
Okay.
And he was very highly recommended by Del Stevens.
Okay.
Mr. Tuna.
Yeah. Tuna Dog himself.
Tuna
Del, we're thinking about you too, sir.
Yeah.
We
Tuna
hope all
Dog
is well, sir.
himself.
We love you, sir.
And so I think people will come, and as I have said to people who ask me what value the show is, I can guarantee that if you attend a show and seminars, listen and talk to people, you will in 2 days gain 5 years of knowledge.
Okay, I would agree with that, especially if folks are new at it.
And not just the programs, but you'll be able to rub shoulders with people who are fishing the way you want to fish. And no matter if you're an old salt at this or somebody who is just beginning, you're going to learn something just from being around people and being able to talk to them one-on-one, which is the beauty of our show.
Sure. It's much more intimate. I mean, you can literally go up and talk to the people that are putting the seminars on. For instance, Charles, he will talk your ear off, but he's going to talk your ear off with information that's absolutely relevant and help keep you, and I hate to say it this way, but help you stay alive, okay? The saltwater is not a joke, and he is a professional at teaching people how to get in, get out of the ocean safely, make the right decision, and then, of course, help find the fish that you're ultimately targeting. And you mentioned for those that have maybe an old salt chasing these things or brand new at it, you can cover all of that. And I know that one of the questions that always comes up when you're talking about the Saltwater Sportsman Show and saltwater fishing in particular is electronics, different things that they can use. Are some of those folks going to be there too?
Yes, there will be major manufacturers at the trade portion of the show.
Okay.
And almost every presenter will be using and telling how they use their electronics. For instance, if you're tuna fishing or if you're halibut fishing and whatnot.
Gotcha.
That is all part of how people tell you what they do.
Gotcha. Now,
And Dave Phillips is one of our speakers. He's been with us for many years, and his seminars are always, one of the best attended.
Yeah.
He'll be there on Saturday.
Mr. Teton.
Yes.
Teton.
Yes.
Yeah.
And David's going to cover some electronics things.
Well, Marie, we're down to our last few seconds here. Is there anything we can make sure that everyone's aware of before they head to the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show?
Prices for entrance are $20 if you attend both the seminars and the show, the trade show, or $10 for just the trade show.
Okay.
You can get freebies from our demonstration booth, descender devices, and it's a great buy at any rate. We'd love to see you next weekend.
And please remember, we are a 503. We're a non-profit. So everything that we generate goes back into Oregon sport fishing.
That's where the freebies come from, the descenders. And if you run across, you run across the dehookers, if you have those things there, you need to get one of those extended dehookers. They are fantastic. I use them in the right fisheries on the Columbia all the time. They're very useful. Marie, it's great to see you again, sweetheart. It's been too long. Ed, it's great to see you, sir. I hope everything goes good at the show this upcoming weekend. I would assume that it does because you guys always kill it. So hopefully things work out well.
We look forward to seeing folks.
Well,
and this is the congenial show. When you come in, you're going to be treated well.
Well, you're going to have fun. If you love to chase fish in the saltwater, maybe you just want to get out there and have some fun, the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show is certainly for you, no doubt about it. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to have the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, and this would work too for you salty folks. Fluorocarbon leader and mono. What's the difference? Well, also, what's the difference between fluoro that you might put on a reel as opposed to fluoro that you would use as a leader material? There are certainly differences. A couple of great questions that came up yesterday. We're going to address that in that Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week when we come back from this break. Thanks again, you two. We'll be back in just a minute.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective. And by North American Metals Incorporated, first choice for all your metal roofing and siding needs.